Russia strikes deep at the heart of Ukraine's war effort, targeting a recruitment facility in a calculated blow. It lands as Ukraine faces a brutal manpower crunch, its ranks stretched thin. Russia keeps grinding forward, tightening the noose with every attack as hope continues to grow dangerously thin for Ukraine. In northeastern Ukraine, Russian forces have reportedly carried out a targeted airstrike on a military recruitment facility in the Sumy region, according to sources cited by the Russian news agency RIA Novosti. The strike allegedly hit the town of Bilopillia, where a building housing the local Territorial Recruitment Centre, known as a TRC, was destroyed. A source within security services described the attack as a precise airstrike. According to the same source, there were casualties among the staff of the military enlistment office, with both fatalities and injuries reported. No independent confirmation of these claims has been provided at this time. The reports come as fighting continues across the Sumy region, where units of Russia's Sever or North Group are said to be active. Over the past 24 hours, those forces reportedly engaged Ukrainian units near several settlements, including Rajkovichi, Hrapovshina, Nova Sech, and Hotin. RIA Novosti claims that Ukrainian forces sustained significant losses in this sector of the front, including up to 170 personnel, along with armored vehicles, artillery systems, electronic warfare equipment, and a logistics supply depot. As the conflict continues, information from the battlefield remains difficult to independently verify. Meanwhile, Ukraine's president is warning of a new and dangerous phase in the war, one that could put the country's nuclear safety and energy security at risk. Volodymyr Zelensky says Russia is now taking aim at Ukraine's nuclear power system as Moscow continues its campaign to cripple the country's energy grid and freeze Ukraine into submission during the harsh winter months. Zelensky accused the Kremlin of preparing further strikes on critical infrastructure, including facilities and networks that support Ukraine's nuclear power plants. He said there is no indication Russia is willing to honor any agreements or move towards ending the war. Meanwhile, an urgent SOS has been issued in Ukraine's capital.
Kyiv's mayor is telling residents to leave, not because of advancing troops, but because the city can no longer stay warm. Vitaly Klitschko says massive electricity shortages and heating outages have pushed the capital to the brink as freezing temperatures collide with a battered power grid. Households across Kyiv are enduring power cuts lasting up to 20 hours a day. Heating has been shut off to thousands of apartment buildings. Overnight temperatures have plunged to minus 17 degrees Celsius, stretching emergency crews to their limits and turning daily life into a survival test. The crisis follows waves of Russian strikes on Ukraine's energy infrastructure. Moscow says it is targeting military-linked facilities in retaliation for Ukrainian attacks on Russian power systems. The cumulative damage, worsened by aging Soviet-era infrastructure, has left Ukraine's grid dangerously exposed. Klitschko's call to evacuate has triggered outrage. Some argue many residents have nowhere to go and accuse city authorities of being unprepared for a crisis that has been building for months. With a population of roughly 3 million, Kyiv now faces logistical and humanitarian strain on an enormous scale. The blackout has ignited a bitter feud at the top. President Volodymyr Zelensky publicly accused Kyiv's leadership of lagging behind other cities in managing the energy emergency. Klitschko fired back, rejecting the criticism and claiming he is being targeted for speaking bluntly about the severity of the situation. This week, Ukraine declared a nationwide energy emergency. Officials warned the system has suffered cumulative damage since 2022, leaving it vulnerable during extreme weather. As Kyiv struggles at home, pressure is mounting on the battlefield. Russia's defense ministry claims its forces have taken control of 5 communities across Ukraine in just 1 week, spanning multiple regions and signaling sustained pressure along several fronts at once.
The battlefield in Ukraine is shifting fast and violently. Russian forces say they have seized new ground across multiple fronts, unleashing a week of coordinated strikes and rapid advances. As Moscow claims battlefield momentum, Kyiv warns of even bigger attacks ahead. And behind the fighting, the politics of peace and blame are heating up. Russia's defense ministry says its troops have taken control of 5 communities across Ukraine in just 1 week. According to Moscow, the advances span the Sumy region, the Zaporizhia region, and parts of the Donetsk People's Republic, signaling pressure along multiple axes at once. Battle Group North reportedly captured Komarovka in the Sumy region, while Battle Group South claimed Zakotne in Donetsk. Further south, Russian forces say they pushed deeper into Ukrainian defenses, taking Zhovnevoye, Belagoria, and Novoboykovskoye. Russian military officials say the fighting came at a steep cost for Ukrainian forces. Over the same 7-day period, Moscow claims more than 1,300 Ukrainian casualties, along with the destruction of armored vehicles and defensive positions across contested zones. Beyond the front lines, Russia says it carried out 1 massive strike and 6 combined attacks over the week. Targets, according to the Defense Ministry, included military-industrial facilities, energy infrastructure, transport hubs, ports, fuel depots, airfields, and drone production sites. Moscow says the strikes were retaliation for Ukrainian attacks on civilian facilities inside Russia, framing the campaign as both punitive and strategic. In Kyiv, President Volodymyr Zelensky warned that Ukrainian intelligence expects massive new Russian attacks, particularly aimed at energy infrastructure. Air defense, he said, remains Ukraine's most urgent need as winter conditions raise the stakes. At the same time, Zelensky confirmed a Ukrainian delegation is heading to the United States for renewed talks on ending the war, even as missiles and drones continue to strike. These battlefield developments come amid growing political friction. Russia has publicly aligned with U.S. President Donald Trump's claim that it is Ukraine, not Moscow, holding up a potential peace deal.